Oscar winner Cillian Murphy is out with a new film on Netflix that debuts October 3rd, and it's called Steve.
Joining ARC Seattle right now is Cillian Murphy himself. Cillian, how are you this morning?
Very well. How are you?
Doing pretty well. Glad to have you with us. So your new film is a drama that's called Steve, and in it you play a teacher at a 90s-era school with students with societal and behavioral issues. Tell us more about the plot here and how the story is told in parallel with the struggle of one of your students in the film.
Well, it's an adaptation of a brilliant novel called Shy, written by Max Porter. And the novel really takes place in Shy's head. It's sort of a stream of consciousness, and Max wanted to kind of flip the narrative or turn it on its axis and make it from Steve's point of view as well as Shy's point of view. And it's kind of about these two characters trying to reach each other, who are both struggling and trying to reach each other over the course of the day.
Quite interesting. Did you know much about this concept of a school for kids with behavioral difficulties, something like Reform School here in the United States? And how did you prepare for that?
Well, both my parents are retired teachers, and my grandfather was a headmaster, and all my aunties and uncles are teachers, so I was surrounded by it growing up, you know. And I think as I've gotten older, I began to my respect for the profession has just kind of grown and grown when I realized that, you know, my parents went to school like this. Was in mainstream school, but they'd be teaching 35 kids who'd be bringing all their stuff from home into school, and then they come home and look after their four of us who were all, you know, growing up. So, and then they get up and do it again. So it's, you know, it's pretty obvious what I'm saying, but we just sometimes forget what a difficult job it is.
Yeah. Hats off to all the teachers across the country and the world, really.
Yeah.
You mentioned that Max Porter wrote the best-selling novel Shy and the screenplay here. Does knowing the writers are so intimately connected to the script like this kind of put a different level of pressure on you as an actor to fill in that role?
Yeah, you always feel a great deal of responsibility to the novel, but you know, and Max is a friend of mine, but he really wanted to kind of like adapt the world of the novel and not the novel specifically. So that's why, you know, he changed it to just one day and changed it to these two characters, and he added this documentary crew that come in, so making it much more filmic, I suppose.
We've got to talk about some of your co-stars in the film. The incredibly dynamic Tracey Ullman, also featured in Steve. What's her role in the film, and had you worked with her or other members of the cast before?
Yeah, Tracey was a friend of mine before we worked together on this, and she's just, I mean, you know, she's an icon and just a legend. But I think she's also a tremendous dramatic actor, and I think she really wanted to show that side of what she can do, and she's just terrific in the film, and so kind of empathetic and so compassionate and believable. And then we have these amazing young actors, Jay Lycurgo, who plays Shy, and Emily Watson, who's in the film, and all these young actors. So we were blessed with the cast, for sure.
Cillian, I want to talk about some of your past work as well. You know, you've played such different characters in your work, from 28 Days Later, J. Robert Oppenheimer, which of course you won the Oscar for, and Tommy Shelby in Peaky Blinders. How do you mentally prepare to make such dramatic shifts in personality on screen? And do you take little bits of each of those characters with you after the production work is over?
No, I mean, I try not to. I take a lot of holidays if I can. No, I'm really lucky to have been able to play those characters, and they're like Peaky Blinders. I played a character for 12 years, and I worked out that's like a quarter of my life. So, you know, they inevitably, you share some atoms with them, but yeah, I try and just go on holidays.
I was going to say, hopefully you have a holiday prepared for after the debut of Steve.
Yeah, I'll line one up.
Okay, good, good. Anything else you'd like Seattle viewers to know about this upcoming movie?
No, I just love people to try and check it out. You know, I think it's really trying to speak to, you know, universal themes. Like, if, you know, everyone's been to school in some shape or form. Everyone's, you know, got a family in some shape or form, and everyone's struggling, you know, to a greater or lesser degree. So, and this film is also funny. You know, I just want to put that out there. You know, and it's also very hopeful. So, you know, please search it out.
all sorts of important messages in the film. Cillian Murphy, thanks so much for your time this morning. We should mention Steve drops on Netflix on October 3rd. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great chatting. I love that it's a Netflix rollout as well.
I do too.
mean, we love theatrical releases, but it is nice to be able to stream a movie from the comfort of your home too.
Yes, it
But
is.
yeah, I mean, obviously a brilliant actor. Like how he says, there are atoms of each character, but he doesn't necessarily take it with him.
No, it's important to go on holiday and sort of,
Yeah.
you know, reminisce about the work that you put into making that character what it is on the screen, but then also deserve a little bit of break after putting all that work into.
I wonder what type of holiday he's taking.
I wonder where he was going.